For your viewing pleasure, we have the Rock Pirates RC Interceptor Chassis Crawler. We're going to get into some details. Let's get to that table. We've got a Proline comp wagon body, a Reefs 900 Smart Servo, the $60 dig transmission off of Amazon, a Reefs Raw 100 Mini controlling that dig, a Castle Creations Micro X2 ESC with the BEC right there, a chassis bed, the Rock Pirate flat skid for the 3-gear transmission, because that's kind of what I've got in here, right? Vidavon drive shafts, front and back. The front axle is a capper with Vidavon brass and 1421 portal gears. The rear axle is an axial 10.3. We're going to chat about this a little bit. It has capper shocks on it for right now. We'll have to see how they work out. And D's Company shock bands on the rear. This is a flat skid chassis, so there's no angle to it. It's not forward, it's not rear, it's right in the middle. This truck will use a 650 milliamp 3S battery, and it will simply Velcro in place. The motor in this is a Holmes Hobbies stubby 10-shooter 2700 kV motor. Now that we've got the specs out of the way, let's get into some more details of this thing. Specifically, we're going to start with the bed right here. On the bed, okay, this uses a piece like out of, say, an Element truck, like your double servo mount right there. Hopefully we can see that. And that is actually what these 4 bolts are bolted to. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's what holds it into place. This particular bed right here was actually meant for like a C chassis, a normal C frame chassis. So I had to cut the tabs off right here to make this sit down and fit the way it's supposed to be. So that's kind of how you had to mount that, or at least for me. Let's talk about the dig. Now, fitting that in there took a little bit of work because the stock mount for this right here won't actually fit because of the bed. It hits it. And if you look real closely, that servo is actually touching it. I might shave that off a little bit. Now, the servo case on this is full metal. It's a tough servo. And if we look in, let's see if I can zoom in right here. You see that right there? I actually tapped the stock servo mount holes for 3mm, and it is bolted on the back side. See if I can zoom into this. You see right there. So that's actually how this thing is mounted, and it's only on the 2. Now, with a plastic case servo, you probably would not want to try this, but in my testing, it seems to be working out pretty darn good. Details on the chassis. If you look at the front right here, there's actually quite a bit of adjustment, so you can do that. You can use that and adjust the truck to work the way you want. The back is more like a fixed position. Looks like the frame kind of gets in the way a little bit, but I'm thinking it's going to be just fine. The wheels and tires are off of X01, and chances are really good at the USTE. I'm going to pick up another set of these wheels. These are the Pro Build wheels, and I got these from Cody at Dixieland RC. See how this one is set? Maybe you can see the offset right there. Do you see that? Now look at the rear. See how that is different? These wheels are really awesome because you can actually change the offset of the wheel. You can bolt this on this side, on the other side, flip these around. They have these in flat as well. So lots of options with the Pro Build wheels. And I was able to get them in shiny because, you know, chrome truly does get you home. And here comes the fun part of this, the rear axle. If you're selling a part, if you're selling something, make sure it is what you say it is, okay? This thing right here, as you're looking at the pictures, what the heck? They put a wheel nut in there instead of a bearing, okay? And they had the bearings in the axle like the inside, not the outside where it was supposed to be. So what do? They actually grind the end of the shaft, okay, to make the thing fit. And then they had some broken teeth, and this back end was not a happy camper. I do not know the guy's name that traded it to my buddy who brought it to me. But anyways, I've got this thing taken care of now. But Yeah. If you're going to sell something, make sure it is what you say it is. The guy, from my understanding, said it's ready to go, good, everything. This axle was a piece of junk. I'm gonna tell you right now, just be honest with you, it was a complete piece of junk. I didn't realize it, but anyway, it's not junk anymore because I had to change out some bearings because they were froze up where they were been in the water. And regardless, it's functional now. It's good to go. The body is a Proline comp wagon. It's got that stuff there. You see that cut? This is to allow my dig servo to work. Yep. So I've got to get this put on. Probably going to do more cutting and stuff like that to bring it down low, because it is a little bit on the tall side. But I kind of like the body, and I like that the bed covers most of the chassis. If you guys follow the channel, you know I don't like exposed frame rails. To me, it's like an unfinished vehicle. Like a truck running down the road with no bed on. It's like, dude, come on. But anyway, I'm more than likely going to cut this off right here. With our competition rules, it's pretty simple. As long as the frame comes out to the axle center line, you're good. I mean, really, you're fine. So I'm going to cut this off right here, possibly right behind this hole right here, and just kind of round it and put that right back over here. That way, at least I have a little bit of a bar over here or something, you know? Something like that. I think that may get right in the way though, but we'll have to see. And on the front, well, I don't really have a way to put a bar up here. And, oh, sorry for the racket. The body is going to sit somewhere around like that right there. As you can see, the body is on the frame. Now, if I was required by a governing body or a sanctioning body that I was going to compete at to have a bumper, well, you got to keep that, right? Well, that's not really the thing for us. We have a much more relaxed system. We don't even have scale points, okay? We're out there to have fun. That's the #1 thing with us, is to have fun. We do things like tire size. Like class 1, you got to have the full width bumpers. You got to have the tire coverage and all that. With us, gig is perfectly legal. And you can reverse all you feel like it. And in 1, 2, sport, and 3, you can winch all you like too. Yep. All you want. And DSM off-road, their bungee, their kinetic, is perfectly legal with us. Yeah, do it, guys. Have fun. Make your own rules. But regardless of all that, I may actually cut this about right here and get the body, get the nose of this, because I believe it'll actually go in front of the servo, which I think will be kind of cool to see, you know, to kind of have that down there. But I do got a lot of work to do to this, but it is actually drivable. So yeah, and that's coming up in another video. I just really wanted to show you guys the project, where it's at, some of the details, and just kind of get you guys ready, because I got to paint this thing too. But first, I got to get the body set where I want it and figure out how to mount it in the back. I'm assuming I'm probably just going to put some Velcro back here and just let it Velcro to it and peel the thing out. But anyway, got a little bit more work to do, but since it is drivable, I thought I would show you guys the current project. Rock Pirates RC. Pretty nice chassis. And I like that it's back to flat, because I could have to dig without having anything jacked up in the middle. Nice. A quick check of the balance. Let's look at this. We have 50-50 side to side and 56-44. So pretty nice side to side balance on this. And the front forward to back at 56-44. That's not bad. I can work with that. This is not a lightweight vehicle. This is possibly one of my more heavy vehicles that I've done in quite a while. 7 pounds, 3.8 ounces. So yeah, it's pretty beefy. And yes, I did zero out the scale with the Flub RC flubber stuffers right there. So yeah, it's kind of beefy. Well guys, hopefully you picked up on a bunch of stuff I did to the Pirate RC chassis. The Interceptor here, I got my hopes up for it. It is a much heavier vehicle than what I'm used to. I mean, most of my vehicles were in the low to mid 5s. This one's about 7¼ pounds. So, we'll have to see how it works out. I can already tell the tires are conforming better. So these may actually stay on this. These may actually become part of this because I'll get some more wheels from Cody at USTE. So anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Check that description. I'll put links down below. Use those links. They are affiliates where applicable. So also, xokjrc.com. So check that description. Use those links. Hit that subscribe. Ring that bell. You guys are awesome. Catch you later. If you're still watching, you are top shelf. You are the cream of the crop, the pick of the litter. You are phenomenal. Thank you for watching to the end of the video. It means a lot to me. Now, down below, there are links for the products you see. Also for channel memberships, if you guys want to be a part. Channel members get early viewing on pretty much everything that I can. So, guys, check that description. There's a lot of info down there. Thank you all for watching.